What's poppin', everybody? This is Saber Final 4. Today I'm finally gonna show you guys Team Rocket's Mewtwo with Spidops. I think a lot of people possibly have been looking forward to me finally showing my version for this. It's Team Rocket after all, it's the best freaking archetype from Destined Rivals. They just gave it so much support, it's ridiculous. I'm not even gonna start with the Pokemon, I'm just gonna go straight to the trainers this time. Because I swear to God, this whole Team Rocket's trainer engine has got to be the most broken thing since the last broken thing I've seen in the Pokemon TCG. I mean, I say this every time, but that's just how it goes until the next thing surpasses it. It's crazy. This deck with this engine, just the Team Rocket's engine in general, it's like the Fusion Strike engine, you know, with the Genesect, you can draw cards multiple times every turn. It's like that deck version 2.0. That's the sort of craziness we're talking about. On purpose, they know it's going to be broken and they do it anyway. So the core of this whole engine is the fact that you got this item 2, the transceiver, which is like a weaker version of the old holon transceiver from EX Delta Species, one of my favorite sets, if not my favorite. And you can't get the supporter from the discard pile and reuse it, but you still get it from the deck, which is still amazing. So this turns this deck, any just Team Rocket deck that's going to use this trainer engine, into a completely consistent powerhouse. So with this guy, Team Rocket's Proton, whatever, he's your Bridget / Pokemon collector. Get your basic Pokemon, put them into your hand. But they also decided, oh, we're just going to make it work when you play first too. So now you can just play first, use the little item, get this guy, get your basic Pokemon down, and just, again, give a very broken just benefit on this deck. Like, you can't play normally supporter cards turn 1. With this deck, you sort of can. You just completely disregard the negative and reap the bonus. So you get basic Pokemon easily with the transceiver, and then this guy at 4 copies, it's like you have 8 of this guy. So if you open with this, it's like you open with this too. So broken. Then we got the Ariana, which is like another mega broken card. So this chick is Lily that works all the time, the draw 8 effect. Just draw cards till you have 8 every time, as long as you got Team Rocket Pokemon. You can technically use this in a non-Team Rocket deck, but draw until you have 5 isn't so great. I guess you can still use the transceiver to search it, but it's just not going to be the same. This is just really, they just made sure this engine is to be used with the Team Rocket Pokemon. But yeah, broken, completely broken ass card. Just drawing until you have 8 every turn. Unbelievable. So you got that, and then of course you got your Guzma that is also searchable with this. Like, Jesus is all you can say. Searchable Guzma. That's Team Rocket's Giovanni. Okay, so you got this dude too. And you know what more do you want? You want a Skylar too? We got that. Got 3 of the Petrels. This jackass as well is your Skylar. Just get a trainer card. But once again, he is searchable with the transceiver. So I have a bunch of copies here, and the reason why it's not bad to have a bunch of these too is you can just use them, get an item, and then use the stadium to draw 2 cards too. That's another crazy part. This Team Rocket's factory is a pot of greed to draw 2 cards every turn as long as you use the Team Rocket supporter. So I'm definitely taking advantage of this and exploiting this to the max. Every supporter card, as you guys can see, is a Team Rocket supporter. I don't even run Iono. It's just all of them Team Rocket cards. I guess this guy is going to be our little Iono, Team Rocket's Archer. So if your opponent, if your Pokemon got knocked out by your opponent last turn, this is like a stronger Marnie. You draw 5, your opponent draws 3, as opposed to 4 with Marnie, and is your Disruptor. So I got 1 copy of this guy too. But the combination of these supporter cards, the stadium, and then the transceiver to get them, makes this deck a completely consistent powerhouse, out of this world. Alright. So I'll get to the rest of the trainers, but let's look at the Pokemon. If you don't know what this deck is about, you got this Mewtwo EX. It's gonna work like the old Team Magma's Groudon and Team Aqua's Kyogre. You need the necessary Team Magma / Team Aqua Pokemon for this Pokemon to be able to attack. And the benefit of this drawback is that you got 280 HP as a basic EX, which is pretty high. And then Erase Your Ball, 160 for 3, and then you can discard up to 2 energies from your bench Pokemon. It's gonna go up to 280 basically for 3 and 2 discards. So that's good enough. It KOs some specific Pokemon in one shot, and then we put the maximum belt on, we hit for 330, we can even one-shot EX Pokemon. Even if you don't one-shot them, this deck is so turbo that if you just hit things for such high damage, put the pressure, and then this guy, he's not gonna die easy with 280 HP. Plus, if I put the other Holon, the Bravery Charm to boost the HP, it's gonna take a shot, it can one-shot things, it can do very high damage. So it's busted. It's weak to darkness, so you would think something like Charizard would check it, but that's where the other Pokemon comes in. They made sure the Energy Acceleration Pokemon Spidops is a grass Pokemon. So if you do go against like Zoroark or Charizard or the darkness Pokemon that would kill Mewtwo easily, you can basically kill them back with a regular Pokemon. This guy with Rocket Rush does 30 times all of your Team Rocket's Pokemon in play. So if you got 6 Team Rocket Pokemon, you hit for 180. That's like 360 with the weakness, enough damage once again to make sure Charizard, Zoroark, all of these darkness Pokemon die in one shot. So they definitely make sure this deck is covered. Charging up, you get a free basic energy with this guy's effect every turn, attach it from the grave. So that's broken, basically to fuel this guy's attack. And what more do you really want? I mean, you got your main attacker, this Mewtwo like Rayquaza, you got this Spidops that's gonna act like the Dynamo or Electric sort of thing. And you got a deck that's similar to, Ray Eels, Raging Bolt with Ogerpon, these types of decks basically. We gotta have the Tarantula too, Taruntula. 3 of this, very low HP at 50, but it's whatever, what they gave us. And then I got a few other basic Pokemon. I got this Articuno, which they basically printed to make sure this deck also has some defense against Dragapult EX. I got 1 copy. You can do 2 if you like, but for the rest of the basics, I decided to do this Team Rocket's Chingaling QD. So in the beginning, if I open with this, it has free retreat, it has a costless attack, so while I'm setting up for the rest of the guys, I can make a free attack and just discard a random card from my opponent's hand. If you want to do Budew, you can. If you want to do Cleffa or some other Pokemon, you can. But I believe it's better to have more Team Rocket Pokemon, so obviously it's easier for this guy to attack and this guy's damage to get boosted. Okay? Now the 30 HP is going to be a pretty big liability against the Uranguru, or not Uranguru. Why did I remember that card? I don't know. But the Munkidori, that monkey. It's a pretty big weakness against that guy. And Dragapult, of course, if you can't get the Articuno down. However, I still think I'd rather have this as opposed to some other Pokemon just because of that free retreat and the free attack. It really is annoying how these guys need to have like 30 HP because they got this shit, but it is what it is. If they're giving these guys 50 HP still, like it's 2004, then they're gonna give this guy 30 HP. Anyway, so these are all the Pokemon. Simple shit. And it goes without saying, if we play against a Mimikyu or EX Wall Pokemon, this guy becomes the main attacker too. Okay? So, for the rest of the trainer cards, I've already covered the broken support engine. It's pretty much the heart and soul of this deck or any Team Rocket deck. I got the 3 Ultra Balls to get my evolution Pokemon and just discard some extra cards. Make sure we draw a lot with Ariana. Max out the Vessel. Make sure we just gather our energies and also discard energies. Make sure you gotta get them in the grave, remember, for this guy's ability. So these cards make sense. Plus I got space because I don't need to run Nest Balls or the Poffins. So that's great. The stadium is maxed out, of course. It's going to work as a counter stadium and draw card. It's just the brokes. So you got to have that. Got to max out the transceiver, obviously. Got the one super rod to recover Spidopses, maybe some other Team Rocket Pokemon like Articuno. Get some energies, you never know. So it's a handy card. I can afford it in this deck, so I run it. I got 2 switches as well. Could be pretty nice. And Mewtwo does have a pretty big retreat cost at 3. So if they do decide to get one stuck and I don't got energies on it, I can just use a switch. And it's just nice to have switching outlets. I got the opportunity, so I'm running them. And then I've already touched on the tools. We got the maximum belt for that extra damage. Also helps with Spidops too, to push for those 1-hit KOs if you don't have a full bench. And then the Bravery Charm to boost Mewtwo even further. That's pretty nice. And then the last thing to talk about is the energies. I have 4 of the Team Rocket's energy. This is your double colorless energy that it's going to provide Psychic and Darkness. So essentially make this guy's attack free. Like the 2 Psychic conditions, they're free. And then you put a grass for the other attachment and you're good. Very, very good. Gotta have it. And then 9 grass energies. That's a total of 13 energies. Enough to make sure we get manual attachments every turn. Discard. See them at the right time. I think it's a good blend. I've played a bunch of games. As you guys see, this is kind of a simple, just a lot of cards in 4s and 3s. Like my Zoroark and Zoroark deck. Just take advantage of all the consistency options and then the deck is just going to play for you. You set up consistently, you do things right, you're going to get those KOs and the deck just runs for you. It's broken. Now, I don't know if it's going to be enough to overthrow the current meta decks or if it's already doing it, but it's got the tools. I mean, it's got Mewtwo, it's got the counters that will counter Mewtwo. You got the energies, you got the trainers. What more do you want? You're not missing anything. I mean, it really literally has every supporter effect you can think of. Disruption, Skyla, Trainer, Searcher, Guzma / Boss's Order sort of pooling supporter, crazy consistent general draw, basic fetcher. What the hell else do you need? Like seriously, it's unbelievable how overboard they went. So it flows well and it's enjoyable to use, of course, because it's so consistent, but it's also pretty unfair, goes without saying. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I'm going to see you guys on the matches. Expect to see a bunch of them, and then I will do other Team Rockets decks too, with maybe Porygon Z, Weezing, definitely, I want to do that, and then maybe some other dudes, and we can have fun exploiting the Team Rockets engine. Indeed. So Saberwolf94, sub to the channel, leave a like, share the video with your friends, and I'll see you guys next time. What